Mexican to U.S. Migration by Thomas Yick. Migration has been happening since the birth of the Homo sapiens, from Africa to Asia and from Asia to America. Given thought to the fact that there are a lot of different forms of migration, we will be specifically looking at the migration of Mexicans to the U.S. Mexican migration to the U.S. can be traced to its source at the late 19th century. This was the period of rapid industrialization of the U.S. and foreign manual labor was required. Construction of the railroads and cattle ranches in the Southwest promised job opportunities for Mexicans across the border. Following the Mexican Revolution in 1910, the government failed to improve the living condition of its citizens, and economic growth continued to weaken. The farming industry was less profitable, and peasants looked across the border for jobs and opportunities. According to the U.S. Census, in 1910, only 0.4% of the total American population is of Mexican origin. However, by 2010, they made up more than 16.3% of the total population. Many Americans complain that the healthcare and social service costs that these Americans are entitled to are taking up all the tax money. Furthermore, these immigrants are working in America to send money back to Mexico. Some even call them leeches. Millions of dollars are wasted on these immigrants, especially illegal ones, when this money could have been spent on improving the lives of US citizens. However, on the other hand, these illegal and legal immigrants are taking on the jobs of an average American doesn't want to do. For example, cleaning toilets, farming. They are part of America's workforce and has aided America in being more service-oriented. Besides from that, illegal or legal immigrants do pay taxes and are taxpayers themselves. In 1994, the North American Free Trade Agreement broke the barrier of competition between American companies and Mexican companies. Subsidized grain and crop flooded Mexico's markets. Millions of local Mexican farmers can no longer benefit from their harvest. This is one of the reasons why the migration of Mexicans continued even past the 20th century. The entire migration itself can be due to foreign policies by the U.S. Imperialism is causing many poor countries to stay poor, and many are migrating to more developed countries for security and better lifestyle. At first, when I saw the migration of Mexicans to the U.S., it reminded me of the migration of foreign domestic helpers from Philippines and Indonesia. They are taking on the jobs in Hong Kong and are also sending money back home. However, in the bigger picture, they're also taking on jobs that local Hong Kong people won't want to. The fact that both sides benefit from the migration of these workers gives me a warming feeling, as we are helping others in need, especially those in poverty. A way to deal with the problem is to inform people about the matter. In the US, people have to be informed about the benefits of foreign immigrant workers. They should not be misled to think that Mexicans are horrible and are taking out all their country's resources. They are the benefactors and the reason why the US has been doing well economically for the past few decades. The government should increase the benefits, especially education, for these immigrants, as a happy population usually means lower crime rates. In conclusion, I understand that there is already a lot of foreign policy implemented, but more has to be done in order to solve this issue. Americans have to be informed that Mexican workers are benefiting their countries instead of harming it. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed.